Today, we're taking you with us to show you what daily life on board a Galapagos Islands cruise is really like. We've been lucky enough to be exploring the Galapagos Islands for 5 days on board the Pinta cruise with Metropolitan Touring, and we kind of have an idea of what daily life is like. Every day, we explore the different islands.
Very gracious. Come on!
We snorkel underwater and see all the amazing wildlife there is to see here. So today, we'll take you with us and you'll get to see exactly what living on a Galapagos Islands cruise is really like. And later today, I'm going to take you on a full tour of this ship because it is incredible, so make sure you stay tuned.
Oh!
Good morning from somewhere in the Galapagos Islands. Normally Max is the one that gets up and brings me a coffee in bed, but he's not feeling so good this morning, so I thought I'd give him a break. So this is how we start our day. After my first coffee, I usually make my way out of bed and start getting ready. So last night we moved positions. Neither of us know where we are. But usually after I've enjoyed my coffee downstairs, I make a second coffee and I come upstairs and I join Max. And this is definitely the best place to enjoy your coffee with a view. It's amazing. After watching the view, enjoying our coffee, we come down to the bottom deck and enter the dining room for breakfast. And it's probably Max's favorite meal of the day, and they have really, really good food and so much selection. So we usually eat too much.
Best part of the day. Look at this waffle today. I'm not even hungry. I'll still eat like a 3 plate.
Okay, this might look like a normal portion, but this is our first savory portion, and we usually go back for a sweet portion after this, so...
And then the fruits.
Yes.
It's a buffet, man. Oh, here's where I win all my money back.
You don't really want to do a cruise for more than 5 days, otherwise I think you would gain too much weight. This is why we can't resist a sweet course. I actually never have waffles. The last time we had a waffle was when we were in Belgium, literally just to have waffles. Oh yeah. Okay, it's almost 8 o'clock, which means we should already be downstairs getting ready to jump on our first expedition. This morning we are going to be jumping in the panga, which is the dinghy. That's what the local name is, called a panga. And we're going to be exploring just on the boat around the edge of the island, which is one of the best places to spot the wildlife. So let's go. So every day before we leave, we have to check off our names so that we tell people we're no longer on board and we're out on the expedition. It's just their way of keeping track of where everyone is and making sure everyone's safe.
Time for expedition 1 of the day.
This is the first day we've had any rain at all in the islands, so
Might see something different.
pretty lucky, I think.
Good morning, Duval. He's gonna be our driver.
Hola, Duval.
Hola,
We're gonna
Duval.
have our panga ride that will be in this area, and let's see what we're gonna find here. Area are animals. For example, right here we have blue-footed boobies resting.
The blue-footed booby bird is one of the most exciting animals for us to see right here. When Max and I first met, he actually told me about the blue-footed booby bird and what he learned and how they weren't supposed to be here, but they adapted to live in this environment. And he said he always wants to be a blue-footed booby bird, adaptive and able to be flexible. And then it really stuck with me ever since he told me that story. So these birds are like so exciting for us to see.
For example,
The sea lion is about to swim right with the blue-footed boobies. This is like a pinnacle Galapagos moment.
That is
Heron,
So cool.
And no more. But here's landing another booby.
Look. Max.
If you see carefully, the
Oh,
blue-footed booby feet.
wow.
Look, the shark on the left. It's only this big.
That's a baby, tiny.
Coming here.
We just spotted a couple of baby black-tip reef sharks in the water because where we are, the mangroves are just behind us over there. That's basically where the baby sharks are born and where they live until they're old enough to go out into the actual open waters because they're protected in the mangroves. So this is a great spot to see baby sharks.
One bigger than that here. Now you can understand why the black.
So we just spotted a short ear owl and Dries is very excited, just radioed all the other boats to let them know.
Short ear owl. ¿Sí lo pueden ver? ¿Sí ven la lechuza? Everybody.
I think this is very rare. Wow.
Wow, fantastic!
Of all the animals we were hoping to see in the Galapagos, I don't think an owl even crossed our mind.
Okay, enough.
After our morning expedition, when we come back to the room, Emilio, who is our room attendant, has usually put some sort of surprise in our room. So let's see what it is today. Oh,
Gracias, Emilio.
Emilio's the best. He makes so many cool towel arts. Today is obviously a turtle. But yesterday we had a puppy as well as a penguin, and the day before that.
Excuse me.
Did you do this?
Yes, please.
Oh my
god. I'm sorry.
Oh my god. Lights off. This is all I saw. He actually put an entire person in our bed so that when we walked in, we literally thought someone was sleeping in our bed. We have 30 minutes before our second expedition, so enough time to relax, get changed, because we are going swimming. It's our last opportunity to snorkel, so if we don't do it now, we will never get to do it again.
The area for snorkeling will start here, and we have to follow this way along the shoreline.
That we always do when we get back from snorkeling. Coming back from snorkeling and being able to jump straight into a hot tub is like, oh.
This announcement is to cordially invite you to the restaurant where our lunch is ready for you. Today we are going to enjoy a delicious Ecuadorian buffet.
Now that we've had time to warm up and get clean, let's go to lunch. Today is an Ecuadorian buffet. Every day we've had something different. Some days are a la carte. We have to order at breakfast for lunch. Yesterday was a Mexican buffet. Today's Ecuador. One at a time. Normally after lunch, lunch. We would take our coffee and we would sit in the bar area if it's too windy, on the back deck if it's a beautiful afternoon, or if we're just too exhausted from the morning activities, we honestly just go lay down in our room until the afternoon activities and digest. But we thought we'd give you a little bit of a tour of the ship because it's amazing. We are on the top floor. It's called the observation deck, which is where the bridge is located.
And it's windy.
And it's really windy. Inside this door is the bridge. We actually did a tour of the bridge yesterday because we were able to go up there, which is amazing. Also, one of the things they said to us when we first boarded was this ship is your home, so treat it like your home. So this is one of the first times Max and I have actually been wearing shoes on board. We usually walk around barefoot, which is really nice. Around the back here is where they store all the snorkeling gear that we use. It's where they have the kayaks. And they also store the big hanger boats here as well when we're not using them. It's a really good view up here as well. Really. I can't see. This is like the alfresco dining deck. This you've already seen because this is where the hot tub is, and we always jump in here after we come back from snorkeling to warm up. Yesterday, we actually got to eat lunch out here because it was beautiful weather and not windy at all. So they do have a big buffet bar thing. We totally skipped this before, but there is actually a little gym or fitness room. This is the second time I've been in here. And the first time was just stretching. Sure, my hair looks wild at the moment, but just so you know, we are still on the same deck. There's a lot going on this deck. This deck has the love of our life, a coffee machine which is 24 hours. We can come up here and make a coffee whenever we want. They have all different kinds of milk, so if you have cow milk, soy milk, almond milk, and they have a little snack station. So they do have a bar that you can order drinks from. There are lots of comfortable seating options. Up here every night at 7 o'clock before dinner, we meet in this area and we have what they call an eco moment, which is where they usually teach us something about what we're going to see the next day. So whether it's like different types of fish or the animals or landscapes, and then they also go over what our itinerary is for the next day, and then we all head downstairs for dinner. Out here is the bow. This is where you have your Titanic moment. No, this is more just like a sun deck, and it's just a great place to view. But it's very windy and very sunny, so let's go back inside. Whew, it's very windy out there. Now, we're back in the lounge, and keep in mind, we are still on the same deck. You come right through to the back, and then we have this really cute, cozy little room, which they call the library. They have a big TV there. They said if you want to watch a movie, let the staff know, but no, they'll set one up for you. They have a lot of different books on the bookshelf, and most of them seem to be about the Galapagos Islands, so if you want to learn some things. And they have some board games as well, which Max and I have been playing. It's normally one of the other things that we do in the afternoons whilst we wait for our second expedition if we have time. Okay, we are finally done on this deck and we can go down to the next one. On this level is all of our rooms. Everyone's room is on the same level. And they also have these cool water bottle stations. The boat has a desalination system, so all the water we drink comes from the ocean. It's treated by this magical system and it comes out of here. And they have like a zero plastic thing, so nothing on board has been plastic, which is amazing. Even the rooms don't have a plastic key. They actually have a no key policy, which basically means that your room is always open. Technically anyone could walk in down there, but because it's such a small intimate boat, no one does. Welcome to our beautiful room, which is very lived in at the moment, but Max, with the power of editing, is going to put over some beautiful B-roll that we took when we first arrived before we turned the room into what it is now. Very, very comfortable bed, nice sheets. They give you big white fluffy towels. Everything's just quality. Obviously each cabin has its own beautiful bathroom.
Oh my god, what a mess.
Oh god, don't look in there. Each cabin obviously has its own beautiful bathroom. One more floor. On the final floor that we have access to is the beautiful reception area. This is where we meet whenever we go on an expedition. It's an adorable gift shop if you want to get some souvenirs. And it's where we enjoyed our lunch earlier. We want to serve them because they're cleaning up after lunch, but right behind those doors is the dining room. And there's always a giant jar of lollies. So they're very good at keeping you well fed here. And whilst we wait for our next expedition, we're gonna play a little board game, enjoy the beautiful view that comes with this ship. And by the time we're done, it'll be time to go again.
We relaxed for a good 2 hours and now we are heading for an adventure expedition. Today is only one of them. Usually there's actually 2 expeditions in the afternoon. Well, today we are going for a hike and we are going to see 2 of the big 15. We are supposed to see land iguanas and pink flamingos. So we're going for a hike on what is called Dragon Hill. My friends, we are now at Santa Cruz Island. We are at the northeast part of Santa Cruz, and this is what we call Cerro Dragón or Dragon Hill. Okay, and the reason why we call it Cerro Dragón or Dragon Hill is because it's surrounded by this nest of course, our dragons that are the land iguanas. Actually, Christmas smells for Ecuadorian people. Right. In December, it's really traditional to burn it at home. Yes.
We've just landed on the beach. We've not even left yet, and there's already a pretty massive iguana right here.
Remember that they are reptiles. They cannot regulate their own temperature. So what it's doing is taking the energy of the sun so it can pass the night through. It's really easy to difference between land and marine ones. Okay. Because these marine ones are gonna be always black. Completely black like this. Land iguanas tend to be yellowish, reddish, but in the case of these ones, they are gonna be black. Also, pay attention. You can see that those huge claws that they have. Those are designed so they can hold on the rock where they are catching the algae.
The female one. Here. Oh my gosh. We just walked about 10 meters maybe. What a landscape. I know. All the different cactus. We're just walking along the path in... Oh, he's massive. He's so big.
That's a male land iguana. I can tell that one because of the size, right there. As you can see that they are massive animals. And because of the coloration. Males tend to be brighter than females. They tend to be yellowish and reddish like this.
This might just be the coolest lizard I've ever seen.
Wow. And that's full grown. That's a full grown one, exactly. That's mature. Now you know why it's called Dragon Hill, right?
We're currently climbing up Dragon's Hill, which gets its name from all of the iguanas. So I'm expecting that once we get up here, there's going to be quite a few to see. Let's find out. There's none. We've just come across a female and a male land iguana, and David says the male one is kind of acting like he's, you know, ready for some action.
You can see the female is ready, right?
Yeah, she doesn't. She's just waiting. Maybe he got stage fright. Way to end our last nature experience in the Galapagos.
Yeah, I'm glad we got to see another one so we can sort of understand how big they are, how they differ from sexes.
Yeah, I'm glad we got to see female versus male because they definitely look very different. And that's just like a unique way to see them. So sad. That was our last expedition here on the cruise. But we still have an amazing night to look forward to back on the ship, so let's head back. Every time we come back from an expedition, the staff will have set us up some little snacks and drinks, even though dinner is in like an hour and a half. We probably don't need a snack. We'll probably have one. Usually when we arrive back here, we grab a drink, and if we've been snorkeling, we always jump straight in the hot tub to warm up. But because we haven't been snorkeling, we're not cold, so we're just gonna sit here at the table,
Be adults.
enjoy a drink, and
Dinner time.
watch the sunset.
And a great dinner.
Here we are one more time to say goodbye to all of you and to say gracias. Thank you for choosing our vessel for these amazing holidays, for these amazing vacations that you already had, and for the time that you had spent here with us on board of La Pinta. I'd like to ask to all of you for a big applause for all that team that were in charge of this amazing operation, the people behind the scenes and the people that we have right here this morning.
So normally we would come up here and sit just like we did, but we would do an eco moment. So they would teach us a little bit about what we're going to be seeing the next day, and then they'd also run us through our itinerary. But sadly today is the last day, so instead of our eco moment, we had a beautiful slideshow, which was so fun, of all the photos that the guides have taken on this trip, as well as a welcome, or I guess goodbye drink with all the staff as well.
Amazing, honestly, so good.
And now it's time for dinner. 7:30 every night is dinner time. However, it is currently 9:15 and we didn't film dinner tonight because we've been lucky enough to meet two wonderful people on board, Maggie and Paul. Thank you so much for dining with us tonight. Of course, we didn't want to film, we just wanted to enjoy our last dinner with them on board. And now basically we are knackered. By the time we have eaten all the food, done all the expeditions, we get back to our room and we are ready for bed. Sadly, we have to leave the boat now.
It comes to an end.
Yes, but we've had the most amazing time. We feel like even though we've been able to see so much, which we're so grateful for, we want to see more.
As much as we've seen, don't get us wrong, we've seen a lot more than we could have imagined. There's still a lot more to see and a lot more we wish we could see, yeah.
So thank you so much, Metropolitan Touring, for having us on this boat. We had the best time ever. As always, you guys, we'll put a link in the description, so if you want to have the same experience as us, you absolutely can. Thank you so much for watching.
Thank you, bye guys.
Bye. Oh, that's so nice.